old event where there was a weird hole in the ground, an icon where you were maybe even able to visit other parks, and a lot more has been removed in Theme Parker 2. So we are going to be looking at everything that has been removed from this game. So let's just get straight into this. So Theme Parker 2 has a big history of removing things. There have been removed quite a lot of things. Let's just start with has been quite recently, and we will constantly be getting further and further, and we even be looking at things that have been deleted from 2016. So let's just start with the latest thing that has been removed, and that are the old sounds. We of course got new sounds, but the old sounds just got removed. We have no way of getting those back. Those just have been removed. Do we really care about those? No. I think we're all fine with them being gone. Of course, we've got way better sounds. So yeah, that's the latest thing that actually got removed. And then probably the one that everyone actually kinda knows. The jukebox. The thing is, the Game Pass got removed. If we are going to have a look in the game, the jukebox is actually still here. The only thing is you can actually still play some music on the jukebox, like It's Raining Tacos and some other weird songs, but you can actually not buy the Game Pass anymore. So the Game Pass got removed. The jukebox is still in there. It doesn't really have any use anymore. Sadly removed, and yeah, it's still sad. Time to go a bit more back in the past, and let's have a look at the changelog. Because if we are going to the update V329, so let me just scroll down a little bit. So on May 3rd, 2021, off-grid building is always enabled. The previous use setting to enable has been removed. So previously there was a setting that you constantly had to enable to build off-grid, which was super annoying. I don't really think I have any footage of it anymore, but that setting got removed and it was just always enabled. I don't think it's really necessary that it was there, so I'm glad it was removed, but yeah, that's one of the things that was removed. And now sort of an honorable mention that it is sort of removed, but you can actually enable it back again, and that is the legacy items. As you can see, I still have all the old carousel, the old teacups, but if I'm correct, if you're going to play this for the first time, you actually need to enable show legacy content in build menu. Of course I put it on yes, but if I actually put it on no, you don't have all the old rides, all the old roller coasters. As you can see, I don't have the old corkscrew or the old multi-lounge. I just have the new ones. I do still like to keep it on because I actually sometimes use some of the legacy rides, roller coasters. They are removed, but they aren't removed. Alright, time to go even more back in the time, and this is probably something not a lot of people actually know anymore, but there used to be a different entrance. Of course, we all know the park entrance, this one, we have seen it now for years, but there used to be a different entrance, as you can see right now on the screen. It looked very curious. Yeah, this one of course is definitely better. I normally always have it off because it's not the best, but yeah, that's something that actually got removed and changed, but yeah, the old one actually is removed. And then where we're at the very old stuff, let's also have a look at the old UI. It might not have been removed, but just have a look at how this is just so much nostalgia. It's insane, like how it looks so different back then, and I guess it sort of got removed. Of course it got changed, but the old UI is not available anymore. Of course the UI has been changed quite a lot of times the past 2-3 years, and I think the UI that we have right now is pretty nice. Alright, and now it is time to go really far back into time, and let's just go to one of the bigger things that got removed for now. If we go to the V85 update, the globe button was removed for now, it says. What was the globe button, you might ask? Well, we don't really know for sure. I don't think it ever had a use. But as you can see, this was the icon, and it was on the place where now the daily bonus is. And if I have to suspect, it was a way to maybe visit other people that weren't in your server, since we only got, of course, 4 people in the server. So maybe it was like a big workspace, something. Maybe you were able to share your parks there and people could visit it or build with it. I'm not really sure how it would have worked. It got removed, and it says for now, going to be pretty sure it's never going to come back, if I'm honest. Of course, it said for now, but we are now, how much? Almost 6 years further, and we haven't seen a single thing from it back. And this is actually something I did not know. there used to be a command /set guest model type. This is actually when you didn't have the setting to choose what guest models you would have. Of course, now we can choose if we want to use our 15 yes or no, and then they of course will look different. But back then you had to type a command in the chat. As you can see, it doesn't show up, so yeah, it does nothing. But back then there was a command for that, which yeah, is pretty weird, but yeah, it got removed. And of course, I've already talked a little bit about the legacy path tab. If we look at the patch note, it actually says it should have been removed. It's very weird, like it should have been removed in the future, should be removed. As you can see right here, legacy path items have been moved to separate legacy path tabs. They will be removed at some point, but this was back in 2019. We're now in 2023, that's 4 years later. And they are still in the game, the legacy paths. 4 years ago, Dennis said these paths would be removed. I'm not sure why they aren't. Basically, you can do the exact same with these paths if you just... Of course, you have the curse, but you can actually disable them. And then you have just the exact same path. So I'm not really sure why these are still in the game. It doesn't really make sense. They should have been removed, but they aren't. Alright, and now it's time for the first event. As I said in the beginning of the video, there was a weird hole in the ground at the front of your park, which looked like this. It's very weird. It was there, but it was for the innovation award in 2017, and with this event you were able to get a sort of weird backpack. This event was across 3 different games. I think it was Rita Tycoon, Miner's Heaven, and then of course Theme Park Tycoon 2. That's also when the phase turbine was added. So if you have questioned yourself, why is the phase turbine such a weird roller coaster? That's because it was actually added for this event. So I don't think it is really a real roller coaster. It was just added for this event. But what you had to do is build a phase turbine and earn 500 in-game money from that. And that's all you had to do, and if you did that, you went down the hole. As you can see on the screen right now, there's a video, and you had to go through like some wood barracks and stuff, and at the end there was like an NPC, yes, an actual NPC in Theme Park Tycoon 2 where you could talk with, and then you could like give him something, and then you would get the backpack. And this is actually so cool. I wish we had more stuff like this right now. It's been like, how much? Almost 6 years since this event happened. There is another event that we'll be talking a little bit later in the video, but it's, yeah. I wish we had more stuff like that. And Dennis, if you've seen this, consider it maybe like a summer event again. It's so cool. And while I'm saying summer event, also in 2017 there was something called the Summer Games. And this was another event in Theme Park Tycoon 2. As you can see on the screen, there was a very nice UI also on that, and it like explained you. You also had some missions with that, which you were seeing on the side of your screen, where you needed to like build some rides, earn money with them. This was sort of the same-ish type of event. It was across 3 different games, and if you would have completed everything, you would get like some, yeah, like a surfboard and something like headphones, like sun headphones. Pretty unique. Like those are pretty rare items right now. I think some people still have them. If you have them, let me know down in the comments. But yeah, what you have to do, serve 25 people with the refreshing stall. That's also when that stall was added in the game for that event. And you have at least 30 visitors on any water ride. And if you completed that, then you would get those awards. As I've said, would love to see more stuff like that in the game. Maybe not getting like items, but like just getting a money bonus from just having missions in the game. Like maybe like some small campaign-ish thing, which yeah, would be so amazing to have. Alright, and there was actually a 3rd event that has now been removed, and there is almost nothing to find about this on the internet. I cannot find any footage of it. I cannot find anything on like the wiki, but this was a nerf event. The only thing I can find it is in the changelog in like the V149, and it was removed, but it was also removed in the V146. It was removed twice for some reason. I'm not really sure what happened there, Dennis. That was just something. I'm not really sure. The only thing I remember from it, that was like a big billboard on here which like promoted Nerf. I'm not sure if it had to do with any challenges or missions or anything like that, but it was weird, and there's nothing I can find about it. There's probably some footage in someone's video about it. If you have it, please let me know. I would love to see actually what it was again, but yeah, that's not here anymore. I'm not sure what it was, but it got removed. Alright, there are a few more things that actually also got removed, and those are certain pieces in the game. So back in 2016, 2017, you had certain pieces that were different. So we all know, of course, the lantern, like sort of this one, but back then it was a little bit different. So you still sort of had this on a wall. This was the item and you just had to place it like this. So this piece got fully removed. You can actually not delete it in your park anymore. I know some people still have the pieces, and there were a lot more pieces that were removed. Walls with signs that were just stuck together. Of course, now we got a separate piece for a sign and a separate piece for a wall. But back then they were actually together. They were one piece, and those got removed. Yeah, it's weird. I don't think I have them in any park. And now for the last thing, which I can also not really find any footage of, but back in almost like 2016, a lot of pieces had actually toon shading. And you might ask, Timer, what is toon shading? Well, some like roof pieces or wall pieces actually looked cartoonish. I'm not sure why, but those looked like cartoon. But that's the end of the video. That's all I could find that has been deleted in Theme Park 2. If there's anything else that got deleted in Theme Park 2 and I missed it, let me know down in the comments and maybe we can make a part 2 in the future. So guys, I want to thank you for watching. Go watch this video and I will say, as always, goodbye.